What's up guys, Duke here with Miyamoto. Let's talk about water. So here it is. This is the way that I carry water on a day ride or even longer trips. I carry the same thing. I don't always carry extra water like this, but when it's really hot out, I do. So first things first, some kind of hydration bladder. There's 100 different brands. There's motor specific ones, you know, whatever. There's a gazillion of these. Pick one, use it. If you don't like it, get another one. I prefer the old these old military surplus styles. You can get them, you know, like pretty cheap on eBay or at a military surplus store. What I like about it is it's super heavy duty. It's Cordura. You're not going to break this. I like that that the fill cap is exposed. Makes it easy to fill up. So if you're out somewhere, you're stopping for gas, or you see some water you're riding on public land and you see a water tap, it's real easy to hop off your bike, fill it up, good to go. There's some alternatives. They make tank bags that have water bladders built into them. That's pretty slick. They don't hold quite enough for what I want to do, and also I don't really want the bulk in front of me. Actually, this tank bag, you know, I'd kind of like one that's smaller, so maybe I'll change that in the future. But so I say that to say I don't want a lot of bulk right in front of me, and you know, keeping your water there is not something I want to do. Also, you know, I don't know how much they hold, but I can't imagine they're going to hold 3 or 4 liters. Maybe I'm wrong there. So yeah, I like to carry CamelBak, and I only like to carry water on my back. I don't want anything hard, any tools or anything like that. Sometimes I got a little bag that'll hook to these hoops, and sometimes I'll hook that there just to carry a sweatshirt. But as a rule, nothing hard on my bag. And then for carrying water to camp, there's a lot of ways to do it. You can carry like a 1 gallon Rotapacks. You can carry water bottles, or what I like is these soft water bladders. The thing I like about them is they're easy to strap down. So if you're carrying water bottles, the easiest way to carry it is throw it in a pannier. But if it leaks, now you got some wet gear. That happened to me on a trip before, my first adventure trip. I was on my GS. At the time I had the Vario panniers, so not a ton of space, and the only way my big Nalgene would fit in there is kind of at an angle. And so I took off, big time adventure rider, first adventure trip, stopped for gas, hadn't even got where I was going, and I noticed water dripping out of my pannier. So I opened it up, and sure enough, the water bottle, the cap had come loose. Had leaked a little, got my sleeping bag wet. Not the end of the world, but I didn't want it to happen again. So I tried to strap the bottle on the outside of the bike, and it's really hard to strap down a smooth cylinder. So I grabbed some duct tape, wrapped it around a couple times, made a loop that I could fish my webbing strap through, and that's how I got through that trip. It didn't probably look very cool, but it worked all right. So I like these for a couple reasons. Number one, if you're doing some kind of you know, technical riding and you don't want to carry the weight, you can just roll it up empty. It rolls down to be about the size of a Coke can, so you can roll it up, put it in a bag, and then your last stop before you get to camp, fill it up. Also, it's really easy to strap down. It has these loops, so you just run your webbing strap through them. This one's the Giant Loop Cactus Canteen. This is a 1 gallon. They make a 2 gallon. In terms of moto travel, I don't really know that there are any great alternatives to this. The MSR dromedary bag, it looks pretty tough. I suspect it would work just fine. But I want something that's rugged that I can strap to the outside of the bike without worrying about it getting, you know, punctured or whatever. So this is what I've settled on. Also, my buddy Ben, he runs the Moto Camp Nerd. They carry these, you know, nice and easy. But one thing that I like about this, I was actually looking at the MSR dromedary bag because it is cheaper. I think, don't quote me on the numbers, but these right now I think are $100 and the dromedary bag's like 50. But it seems that this one's a little more robust, and it's kind of purpose made for moto travel, so you can hang it on your bike or up in camp somewhere. And then it has this little spout, so you basically have running water at camp, or if you're you know, out riding somewhere and you buy a gas station apple and you want to wash it, there you go. Not a lot to say. Really nice product. We all know Giant Loop makes good quality gear. I don't have any concerns about durability. The CamelBak, I've come off the bike and landed flat on it. It's totally fine. I'm a big man. Can't imagine it's going to get whooped any harder than that. Also, I carried them overseas. You know, used them for 8 months at a time. You know, never had an issue. This is built in a similar way. I don't think I'm going to have any issues here. The only criticism really that I've heard about these or bags like them is that they make your water taste funny. That used to be true, I think, back in the days when manufacturers were using rubber bladders or something different. But nowadays, they're using a plastic that doesn't really taint your water. Even the MSR dromedary bag, the previous generation, it used to have a reputation for making your water taste a little funny, but they've updated their materials. I don't think it's an issue now. Yeah, so easy way to carry water. Straps down to your bike nicely. You have like running water in camp. Yeah, it's great. Thanks for watching.